Listen, they made the best boy slaves.
Being racist.
Barlija, Ustasha, Setnik.
Serbs and Bosniaks. Hey, Ustasha, fuck you for being Nazis during and after World War II. Bosniaks and Croats. Hey, Chetniks, fuck you for supporting expansionist, monarchist, clero-fascists during World War II. Serbs and Croats. Hey, Balije, fuck you for supporting the imperialist Ottoman occupation for 5 centuries. Basically, each of these...
Listen, they made the best boy slaves, bar none. Okay? Or at least that's what fucking Alexa tells me. All jokes aside, the reason why I say that is because of the practice of Devshirme. For those of you who don't know, the Ottoman Empire had a very interesting approach to slavery. Very still horrifying. It's slavery, right? Obviously, it's completely unacceptable. It's disgusting. But contrary to the very different chattel slavery practice that oh, it reconnected. We're good. Hello. Are you guys ready? I was talking to you about the practice of Devshirme. So, Serbs, primarily Christian, right? The Devshirme practice was one that the Ottomans applied, where they would go to towns, places that they conquered, villages they conquered, and they would basically take young boys who were non-Muslim, okay, and send them to education. And this education was quite literally, like, it wasn't just like any kind of education. It was a very specific kind of education that would create some of the best soldiers in the form of janissaries, but not just the best soldiers, but even the best architects, the best teachers, and the best viziers, people that basically were elevated to the highest rungs of Ottoman society. Mimar Sinan, if I'm not mistaken, I believe, is also a Devshirme. He is one of the most important architects in the Ottoman Empire, in the entirety of the Ottoman Empire history. Many of the most famous people in the Ottoman Empire, historic figures, come from the Devshirme program. They would teach them the arts, poetry, different languages, train them in every fucking aspect of life. And then, just like unlike chattel slavery, what's really interesting is they had to be non-Muslim, right? So there are stories of Muslim parents lying about their children being, or Muslim parents basically lying, Muslim families lying about their kids because they were so poor that they would basically lie about them not being Muslim so they could fucking send their kids off into the Devshirme program. So that's why I said jokingly the Serbians made the best boy slaves. Yeah, so it's an interesting concept because they literally would get incredible education and would would reach the highest rungs of society. Is it really the same as the dancing boys? No. No, there isn't. Eunuchs are totally different if that's what you're asking. Because I saw some people talking about eunuchs. The only eunuchs in Ottoman Empire were in the harem. And initially, the harem, like the person in charge of the harem leader or whatever, they used to hire, like they used to, use a black slave in the harems. And the reason for that was because obviously if the person who's in charge of the harem had sex with the concubines, then everyone would know because the babies would be black, right? So then they actually started the practice of snipping the harem lord's penis and balls and turn them into eunuchs. It's fucking horrifying. Anyway, let's continue.
Ethnic groups uses the most controversial period in the history of the other groups to generalize them and call them all equal supporters of said political movements and periods. In the Balkan context, it's additionally ironic because all of these reactionary movements these slurs refer to were defeated thanks to the greater collaboration of all three of these ethnicities fighting for the same goal. The lesson? Divide and conquer, words edition. By constantly using said words, the subject is reminded of the harshest periods in history between his group and the outgroup, minimizing chances for dialogue and finding any sort of middle ground. That's one of the most impactful aspects of slurs. They throw us back, in a matter of a second, to periods of strife, death, and hate, effectively eliminating any chances of reconciliation between partners and even victims and perpetrators on a national, religious, or racial level.